need to follow the question. You just have to change the question, all of the algebraic indices in here, all of the fractional indices in here is already give in the root form. Now your job, you have to change from the root form into fractional indices. So now we have a to the power of, a as fifth root of a to the power of 3. As you know, the numerator in here, this is we have the fractional indices. The m in here, it will be the power. The n, it will be taken from the root. So now if we have fifth root of a to the power of 3, we can write it as a to the power of how many? The m, we take it from the power. The n, we take it from the root. So if I have fifth root of a to the power of 3, later it will be equals to a to the power of what, yeah? Hello, is my voice not audible? Hello? Is my voice not audible?
No, it's audible.
So please kindly
Teacher.
the discussion. A to the power of m per n. M we take it from the power, the n we take it from the root. So now if I have fifth root of a to the power of 3, we can write it as a to the power of how many by how many?
A power 3 by
Yeah, 3 by 5. Is there anyone who have any confusion? The m, we take it from the power. The n, we take it from the root. That's why we can make it as a to the power of, the power is 3. The root in here is 5. So it will be a to the power of 3 per 5. Is there anyone who get confused? Is there anyone? No? Okay. If none of you have no confusion, for the question B, it will be a to the power of how many?
2 out of 6.
2 out of 6. Can we simplify this?
1 out of 3.
Okay, so we can write it as a to the power of 1 out of 3. Is there anyone having any confusion? No? Okay. For the question C, anyone?
A 4 by 4.
Yeah, a to
A
the power of,
power 1.
yeah, 4 by 4, or we can simplify it into a to the power of 1. Thank you. Is there anyone having any confusion? No? Okay, if you have no confusion, if you do not ask me anything, I assume that all of you already understand. So please kindly ask me any question if you have any question. Do not keep being quiet. I will move to the next question, to the question 2. For the question 2, we already have the fractional indices. Now we have to move it into the root form. So it will be how many root?
B square root B root 7
Yeah,
power 2.
okay, and then b to the power of 2. You can directly write it b to the power of 2 like this, or you can follow the question. You can write it as 7 root of b to the power of 2. Then put bracket, and then you make it to the power of 2. Either one is fine, they are the same. Is there anyone having any confusion?
Wait, teacher, what page?
Page 124. Page 124. Already have the page? Already found the page? Okay, if you have no question, I will move to the question B. For the question B, we have b to the power of 8 per 3. So, how do we write it?
B root 3 power 8.
Okay, thank you. So, it will be b root 3 and then to the power of 8. Okay, I will just follow the question. We put in the bracket and then the power will be outside the bracket. For the question C, it is power negative. So we can change it into a fraction first. What fraction it will be?
5 out of 2.
No. It is a negative. Do you still remember x to the power of negative n? How do we write it as a fraction if we have x to the power of negative n?
1 by x power.
1 by x to the power of n, correct. So if I have b to the power of negative 2 per 3, I can make it into a fraction. Become 1 per what ya? Hello? Is my voice suddenly gone? Sorry, b to the power of
2 by 5.
yeah, 2 by 5, correct. So now we already have the b2 per 5. We can make it into root form. So it will be fifth root of b to the power of 2. Is there anyone having any confusion? If you do not ask me any question, I will assume all of you already understand lo ya. Please kindly ask me any question if you have any question. If no one asks me any question, let us move to the question D. We have b to the power of negative 4 per 3. This is still negative, so we have to make it into positive. What will it be?
1 by b 4 by
Yeah,
power
power
4 by
of 4 by 3. Okay. Now we can make it into a root form. Become 1 per cube root of b to the power of 4. Is there anyone having any confusion? Is there anyone having any confusion? No confusion for sure. Okay, if you do not ask me any question, let us move to the question 3. Simplify the following algebraic expression, giving your answer in the form of a to the power m per n. This is multiplication. When multiplication, what do we do to the power?
plus
Add.
Yeah, we add them. So now let us add first. 1 per 2 plus 1 per 4. How many it will be? How many it will be? 1 per 2 plus 1 per
3 by 4.
yeah, we have to make the denominator same first. So it will be 2 by 4 plus 1 by 4, which is equals to 3 by 4. So the final answer, it will be a to the power of 3 by 4. Is there anyone having any question? No? Okay. If you do not ask me any question, let us move to the question B. For the question B, we have a to the power of 2 per 5 times a to the power of negative 1 per 4. If multiplication, what do we do to the power?
Add.
Yeah, so we add 2 per 5 plus with negative 1 per 4. How many it will be? Anyone want to help me? Jurgen, maybe? Can you help me to simplify, to add this fraction? Jurgen, are you there? Jurgen, can you hear me? Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
teacher.
Okay, can you help me to plus 2 per 5 plus negative 1 per 4? Make the denominator into same denominator. It will be how many by how many? Hmm? Sorry, your voice is too low. Yeah, can you help me, Jurgen?
20.
Yeah, we make everything into by 20. So for 2 per 5, it will be how many by 20? Yeah, so it will be 8 by 20, correct. And then what about the plus and minus? We can make it into minus. The 1 per 4, if we make it into by 20, it will be how many by how many? Yeah, it will be, is it 3? It will be 5 by 20. So when we try to subtract them, the result, it will be 3 by 20. So that's why the final answer for the question B it will be a to the power of 3 by 20. Is there anyone having any questions so far? Or maybe the explanation is too fast? Is there anyone having any question? No? Okay. If you do not ask me any question, let us move to the question C. We have a to the power, square root of a per a to the power of negative 2. Square root of a, it will be equals to a to the power of how many?
Half.
Yeah, power half. If you ask me from where, you can check your own summary, especially for those who already make summary. I think most of you already write it for the square root of a. It will be a to the power of a half. Now it is a division. Fraction means division. So it means we have to finish the division, the subtraction for a half minus negative 2. How many it will be? Can you help me to simplify? A half minus negative 2. How many it will be? Hello? How many it will be, yeah?
Negative 1 by 2.
Are you sure? Negative 1 by 2
1
minus negative 2. Minus and negative, we make it into plus. So it will be a half plus 2. How many it will be?
3 out of 2.
No,
2 out
please make all
2.5.
it will be 4 by 2 for the number 2. So when we plus them, it will be equals to 5 by 2. Is there anyone who get confused? Please let me know. No question for sure.
Teacher, I confused, teacher.
Which one? At this question
On
C?
the fraction, no, teacher.
From the question C or from the question A?
C.
C. Square root of A, it will be equals to A to the power of a half. If you ask me how, you already submit the homework, you already made summary, you can check your summary. A to the power of a half, it will be equals to square root of A. That's why now we have a square root of A, we can write it as A to the power of a half. That's why please kindly check your summary. I ask all of you to make summary because yeah, we are going to use all of the index laws in here. Or if you still confused, you can check on your textbook page 123. You have a to the power of 1 per n. It will be equals to n root of a. Now if I have square root of a, it is a square root, so it means there is a number 2, but the number 2 we can ignore it. If at that number there is no power, we can always make it into power 1. So if I follow the textbook on the page 123, you have a to the power of 1 per n. It will be equals to n root of a. So that's why for square root of a, we can make it into a to the power of a half. And then fraction means we have to do division. When we divide the indices, the simplest thing that we can do, we can directly subtract the power. So in here, I just focus at the power a half and also power negative 2. I have to subtract them, so I write it as a half minus negative 2. Minus and negative, we can combine it as plus. So we have a half plus 2. We have to make all the denominators same. So for number 2, it will be 4 per 2. That's why in the end, we have it as 5 per 2. So the final answer, it will be a to the power of 5 per 2. Is it clear or is it still confusing? Hello? Is it already clear enough? Or do you still need Okay, thank you. Let us move to the question D if you have no question. For the question D, we have cube root of A. If cube root of A, it will be equals to A to the power of how many? keep root of
A1/3.
yeah, it will be a to the power of 1/3 divided by a. If there is no number, it means has a power of 1. So it is a division, we have to subtract the power. So we do 1/3 minus 1. How many it will be? 1/3 minus 1?
Negative 2/3.
Yeah, negative 2/3, correct. The answer it will be negative 2/3. So the final answer we write it as a to the power of negative 2/3. Thank you. Is there anyone who has any confusion? Okay, if you have no confusion, if you haven't finished copy the answer, maybe you can take a screenshot or take a picture of the slides. I'm going to continue to the next slide. Is there anyone having any question before I move to the next to the question 4 and 5? Is there anyone having any question? No? Hello? No question? For sure? Maybe everyone, please kindly turn your camera on. It's only like 3 or 4 students who are turning on the camera. Maybe you left me to go somewhere or anything. Please kindly try to pay attention. If you have any question, feel free to ask me any question. Not all of you turning on the camera. Are you still joining my class? Hello? Are you guys still joining my class? Or my voice is suddenly not audible or anything?
It's audible.
Okay. Is anything confusing from the question 1 until question 3? Is there anything confusing? No? Let me know if you have any confusion.
Teacher,
Yes?
teacher,
Yes? What happened, Rahman?
I have a question. How come the A become 3/3?
There is no power, it means a to the power of 1, right? And then we have to make the denominator same. 3/3, it will be equals to 1. That's why for 1, later I can make it as 3/3 or 5/5, depends on the previous fraction. The previous fraction, it is 1/3. That's why for the 1, I can change it into 3/3. Because if I simplify 3/3, the answer, it will be remain the same, which is 1. Is it clear, or are you still, or do you still disagree with me, Rahmat? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. If you have no question, I will move to the question 4. For the question 4, we have to simplify this algebraic or any root index form. We have to make it into the root form. If you get confused, maybe you can make everything into fractional indices first. So you simplify the fraction, fractional indices. After that, you can change it into root form. So now when we have a square root of b, square root of b, we can write it as b to the power of how many, yeah? Square root of b, it will be b.
1/2.
Yeah, so we
B.
make it as b to the power of a half times b to the power of 1/4 divided by b to the power of negative 1/5. Now we already have multiplication and division. You know, when it is a multiplication, it means we have to add the power. So we do 1/2 plus it with 1/4, and then there is a b to the power of negative 1/5. So it means we have to minus it with negative 1/5. Now we can simplify the fraction, make it into same denominator. So it will be how many? The denominator, anyone can help me? Brandon, maybe 1/2, 1/5, 1/4. I can make everything into out of how many? Brandon, are you still there? Brandon? No, Brandon is not there. Kelly, maybe? Can you help me? If I have 1 per 2,
Yes,
1 per
teacher.
yeah. Can you help me to find what denominator should I use for 1 per
20.
2? Yeah, 20. Correct. So the 1 per 2, it will be how many by 20?
10 per
10
20.
per 20, correct. And then for 1 per 4, we can make it into how many by 20?
5.
Yeah, 5 by 20. Stop laughing. And then for 1 per 5, it will be how many by how many?
4, sir.
Okay, 4 per 5. Thank you. Oops, sorry, 4 per 20, I mean. So we can plus them. 10 plus 5 plus 4. In total, it will be 19 per 20. So the final answer, we can write it as 20 root of b. This is to square root of 20. Oops, sorry. 20. And then this is b. And then after that, it will be to the power of 19. Is there anyone having any question or get confused? Maybe I go too fast or anything. You can ask me any question. If you have any question. Is there anyone having any question? Hello? Everything's clear for sure? Okay. Let us move to the question B then, if you have no question. For the question B, we have b to the power of negative 1 per 3 times b cube root of b. It will be better if we change everything into into the fractional indices first. So for cube root of b, we can change it into how many by how many? Cube root of b, it will be b to the power of how many by how many?
1 by 3.
Okay.
Power 1 by 3.
So maybe we can simplify for the numerator first. For the numerator, if we simplify it, it will be how many? For the power it will be negative 1 per 3. We plus it with 1 per 3. How many it will be if we plus them? For the
It is 0, teacher.
yeah, it is 0, correct. Now what about the denominator? If we simplify the power in the denominator, if there is no power, it means there is a hidden power, which is power 1. So I have a power 1 in here. If I simplify them, it will be how many by multiplication? So I have to add them. So how many? What number do I have to add? Yeah,
2 by 5 plus 5 by 5.
yeah, plus 5 by 5. It will be how many by how many then?
7 by 5.
Okay, 7 by 5. So now it is, we will have, let me write it again. So for the numerator, we will have it as b to the power of 0. For the numerator, we have it as b to the power of 7 per 5. B to the power of 0, it will be equals to what number? Everything to the power of 0 is equals to how many? Everything to the power of 0, it will be equals to how many?
1, teacher.
Yeah, it will be equals to 1. We write it as 1. And then for b to the power of 7 per 5, we can directly change it into root form. So it will be 7 root of b to the power of 5. Is there anyone having any question? Or maybe my explanation is still too fast for you? Because algebra for indices, actually everything is easy as long as you know all of the index laws. You are able to memorize all of the index laws. You will be having no problem with the indices. So please kindly, if you already make a summary, please kindly use it wisely. For those who haven't make summary, please kindly make it. Is there anyone having any questions so far? No? Or have? Please ask me any question if you have. No? Okay. If you do not ask anything, so I will assume everyone have no question. I will move to the question C. For the question C, we have b to the power of 3 times b to the power of negative 1 per 3. This is multiplication. When it is a multiplication, we can simplify them by doing a multiplication. So we can when it is a multiplication using indices, we can directly add the powers. So we plus 3 and negative 1 per 3. And then it is a division, so it means we have to subtract it. So minus negative 2. It's 3, sorry, typo. Is there anyone having any question if I simplify the index using this way? Is there anyone having any confusion?
No.
No?
Teacher, where do negative 2 come from?
Sorry?
Where do the negative 2 come from?
Can you repeat again? Wait, your voice is a bit echoing for me. I could not hear you properly.
Where do the negative come from, teacher?
Negative 2 come from, it's coming from here, right? That's why it will be negative 2. Is it disagree or do you agree? This is the negative 1 per 3. It will be in here. We do,
Agree, teacher.
yeah.
Teacher, but can I one by one?
Yeah, it's okay. If you do one by one, you simplify the numerator first, simplify the denominator first, like I did in the question B. That is also okay. That's why there are so many ways. How do you want to simplify it? But the first thing that you have to know is all the index laws. If you already know all of the index laws, the order of doing of or simplifying it will be up to you. As long as you know how to use the index laws properly, the method it will be varied. That's why I cannot explain all of the method. If you disagree later, you can just tell me. I can try to clarify all of your doubt if you have any. Okay, so we can make everything into by 3 because we have to make the denominator same first. So now we have 3. If 3 I make it into by 9, it will be 9 per 9. And then plus and minus, I can make it into minus. 9 by 3. 9 by 3. Plus and minus, it will be minus. It will be stay as 1 per 3 still. Minus and negative, we can simplify it as plus. Number 2, I can make it into 6 per 3. So in the end, if I simplify them, I can directly do 9 minus 1, which is equals to 8. 8 plus 6, it will be equals to 14. So it will be 14 per 3. So the final answer, it will be cube root of b to the power of 14. Is there anyone having any question? Or my explanation is confusing for you to understand?
Teacher, 6 by 3, teacher.
2. 2 is 6 by 3, right? No. Is there anyone who disagrees still? I make everything into the same denominator. So like 3, yeah, it will be how many out of 3? When I simplify, become 3. Yeah, 9 divided by 3, it will be equal to 3. Now I have in here number 2. For the 2, I can make it into a fraction, become 6 per 3. When all the denominator already same, it will be easier for us to simplify. Is there anyone having any question? Hello? No question? Okay. If no one have no question, let us simplify the question D. We have cube root of B. Cube root of B, we can make it as B to the power of how many, yeah? Cube root of B, it will be B to the power of how many by how many? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me still? Hello everyone, are you still there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, can you help me? How many is b to the cube root of b? It will be b to the power of how many?
1/3.
Yeah, 1/3. Thank you, Olive. Now for the square root of b. Square root of b, we can make it into b to the power of how many?
1/2.
Okay, 1/2. Thank you. Now we have cube root of b to the power of -1. So it will be b to the power of the numerator, we take it from here, which is -1. The denominator, we take it from the root. So it will be -1/3. Is there anyone who disagree or getting confused when I change all of the root in here into fractional indices? Is there anyone who get confused?
No.
No? Okay. Now, yeah, I will simplify it one by one. So I will simplify from the numerator first. From the numerator, if we simplify, so it is a multiplication. So we have to add the power. We do -2 plus by 1/3. -2, we can make it into -6/3, because -6 divided by 3, the answer will be 2, -2 I mean, plus with 1/3. So it will be how many? If I have -6/3 plus it by 1/3, it will be equals to how many? Hello? -6 plus 1, how many it will be? Am I still connected to you? Hello? Hello, everyone. Are you still there? Oh my God. Hello, am I still connected to you?
Teacher.
Oh, okay. Because suddenly I could not hear anyone, and I feel like I'm talking to myself only. No one answer my question. Okay. Please kindly try to join the discussion. So later it will be, if you have any confusion, you can directly ask me any question. Do not just wait for me to explain. Please kindly try to join,
Oh,
try to answer. Yes, how many it will be? If I have -6/3 plus by 1/3, -6 plus 1, how many it will be? My God, you are grade 9? Yeah, it will be -5/3, correct? The final answer, it will be -5/3. This is the power that we have in the numerator. Now, let us simplify the denominator. Denominator, wait, let me change the color. The denominator, we have a b to the power of a half, and also b to the power of -1/3. It is a multiplication, so we have to plus them. Plus -1/3. Oopsie. Oops. Wait. Why suddenly like this? Is my screen visible for you? I don't know what happened, but suddenly
It's visible, but why it's like this?
yeah, that's why I also get confused with. Oh. Wait, I don't know also what happened to my slide. What happened, yeah. Okay, it's already back. Okay, sorry. Okay, now let us continue. We have to simplify the denominator. It's a half plus by how many? -1/3. So I write -1/3. Now we have to make all the denominators same. So the denominator, it will be out of how many, yeah? 1/2 and 1/3. 2 and 3. So it will be out of how many? Yeah, out of 6. So it will be 3/6. Plus and minus, we can make it into minus. 1/3, it will be 2/6. So in the end, we have 1/6. Is there anyone who get confused? So now for the denominator, for the numerator, we have b to the power of negative 5 per 3. And then for the denominator, I just write it as divide, not enough space. Divided by b to the power of 1 per 6. This is division. When it is a division, we can simplify the power by doing subtraction. So now we do a subtraction of negative 5 per 3 minus 1 per 6. So we have to make the denominator same first. We make everything into by 6. So it will be negative 10 by 6 minus 1 by 6. So in the end, it will be how many by 6? How many by 6 it will be? Negative 10 by 6 minus 1 per 6. How many by 6 it will be? You can focus on the denominator only. Negative 10 minus 1. Negative 10 minus 1, it will be negative 11 by 6. So the final answer for the...
Teacher.
Yes?
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay. So for the question 11, we can make it as 6 root of b. And then the numerator is negative half. Negative 11, you can keep it as negative 11 like this is also okay. Is there anyone having any questions so far? No? Okay, if you have no question, I think that's all for today's class. At home, please kindly try to do by yourself for the question 5. Later, I will send you the answer. Later, if you still have any confusion tomorrow, you can ask me any question regarding the question 5. But at home, please kindly try to do it by yourself. Try using all of the steps that I already explained it to you. And then I will give you the final answer for you to check. If later when you are checking at home, you are still having different answer, tomorrow we can discuss it together, okay? I think that's all for today's class. Good morning and thank you, students. Have a nice day.